Morning Dish.
He's the hardest working man in show business. His band's music takes you into the midnight hours. And when you wake up, his voice is back on your radio alarm clock. How on earth did this happen?
Well, Jeff saw me taking out the trash at the radio station.
And he won another award.
But this one is better.
I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am.
It's the Morning Dish with the 2019 Radio Personality of the Year winner, Stephen Phillips.
You paying attention to this, Packy?
And Murphy's own Sherry Raines.
Yeah, you must have given horseback passes to the right guy, Stephen.
Well, giddy up.
And Packy Smith's Shetland pony is right alongside.
You guys know these demo tapes don't just edit themselves together, right?
Well, all right.
3 cheers for Stephen Phillips.
Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, folks, we're back with you, and we got one of the greatest musicians of all time, the world-famous Paul Thorn. Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Man, we're hanging in there. I guarantee you. I'm excited, man. You're getting your new album is fixing to be dropped and released.
Yeah, it's going to come out in August the 6th. I actually recorded it, though, at the end of 2019, right before the pandemic, and we decided there's no reason to put a record out during the pandemic because you can't go out and promote it. You can't do anything. So we just held on to it, and yeah, we're pumped up about it. Yeah, we got the publicity pictures made, and they airbrushed them up to make me look better than I really look in real life. So it should be great.
There you go.
I wonder how big an airbrush we'd need for Stephen.
Oh, Lord, you need a eraser is
about
what you need on mine.
Well, literally, that's the thing I hate the most about being an artist is having to get my picture taken. And we literally shot over 300 pictures, and we found like 5 that were presentable to. I'm not kidding. That's just how it is. It's hard to get a good picture.
Well, now you're releasing actually an album instead of you've got an album. Is that? I mean, of course, I guess you're doing CDs too, but you're releasing the old vinyl album, right?
Yeah. Well, first of all, CDs are going the way of the dinosaur. They're done. Mm-hmm. But we printed a few CDs because there are a few people around that still use them, but they're obsolete. Pretty much CDs are, and but now vinyl. We've always had success selling vinyl because there's a it's not a huge group, but there's a group of people that loves vinyl. They collect it and they listen to it. I'm one. I collect vinyl.
Oh yeah.
And I've even got one of those old console record players that looks like a piece of furniture.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one of those in my living room, and we listen to records all the time. It just there's a sound that comes from a record that don't come from anything else, and I love it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I collect a lot of old stuff like that too. But now we've got one song that you've released, which is actually the title song for the album.
Yeah, Never Too Late to Call was just something we put out to give people a little taste of what the record was going to be like.
Mm-hmm. And you actually wrote that about your sister.
Yeah, it was my sister who passed. She was a night owl, and I would, after shows a lot of the time, or just any time it was really late, and I couldn't sleep, and I wanted somebody to talk to, I could call her, and she'd always be awake because she stayed up really late. And more than once, before we would get off the phone, she would say, "Remember, I love you, and it's never too late to call." And that became the opening. That became one of the more prominent lines in the song. And she's gone now. Cancer got her, and that's just the way it is. Life gonna give you a whole lot of things. It's gonna give you some fun. It's gonna give you some joy. It's gonna give you some sadness. It's gonna give you all kind of things. And but that's my sister Deborah. She's gone, but not forgotten, as they say.
Right. So now, how many songs are on this new album?
Oh, this is 11 songs.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And you're actually going to be up this direction really soon. You're going to be over, according to your tour dates, Maryville, Tennessee. You're going to be in Charleston, West Virginia, Duluth, Georgia, Chattanooga. Are these right?
If you say so. I think it is.
I'm looking at your tour dates on your website.
That one, if you're looking at up there in Maryville, that's got to be the Shed.
It is the Shed.
Yeah,
he's at the Shed, and he's going to be at Ray Clay Music Foundry in Duluth, according to his tour dates. And
Right.
if you want to check out his tour dates, you can go to paulthorn.com and see where he's going to be at. But yeah, that's pretty close to us. I might have to try to get over there.
Let's do
Yeah.
it. Let's do
y'all
it.
Y'all should come on out, man. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to do Red Clay, and I got a friend of mine coming out there at Chattanooga when you're out there, so we're looking forward to that. Be a lot of fun. But you've got a lot of stuff going on, man. I mean, you just had a wedding anniversary.
Yeah, 22 years. 22 years. We can count on one hand how many arguments we've had each day.
There you go. How many have you actually won?
Well, I try to not be right. I try to find out what is right.
Right. Well, if I'm wrong, I just keep on arguing.
You do, because you're dumb.
wanna give up.
He's been married a long time too, Paul, and he's not the guy that's learned to just, yes, honey.
That's funny. We did a show a few years ago, and there was somebody that actually went to school with your wife, and they said that we did one of your tunes, and they said, "Oh, that's Paul Thorn." I said, "Yeah," and he said, "Oh, we was all mad at him because he married the prettiest girl in school. He went to school with your wife." So,
Well, I had to marry somebody not from my hometown because the girls in my hometown wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole because they had gotten to know me and saw my true colors, and they didn't want to have nothing to do with me.
yeah. But now look at you. Now they're like, "Dadgummit."
Yeah, I got all these middle-aged women, standing up against the stage. I've said this before, but they all got their doggy bras on.
Yeah.
You know about that,
I
right?
knew we were going. I knew that this was going back there. Thank you, Paul.
Well, I'm going to be going to those same towns, seeing those same women, and it's just my hope and my prayer that them doggy bras are doing their job, and because we all need support in one way or another.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make a point not to stand up close to the stage if we come see you. I don't want to be called out in my dog bra or whatever it's
Well,
called.
I never call anybody out on their doggy bras. I'm just an observer.
Just let her rip, Tater Chip.
I don't know if I could stand to have you and Steven in the same room together.
Oh,
Somebody
Lord.
gets smacked for sure.
Yeah.
So now you were in. Let me ask you this question: you was up in Nashville a couple of weeks ago, rehearsing with your band. Y'all hadn't been together in so long. Where were y'all at? Y'all got a place up there that you rehearse?
Well, we hadn't did a gig as a band in 14 months, and so we met at a place called SIR. It's a studio. It's a studio rehearsal place, and everybody rehearses there. I mean, everybody from Kiss to, Kenny Chesney. It's just a place to rehearse, and we went over and we stayed a couple of days and reacquainted ourselves with some of our older songs. But in July, we're going to rehearse the new album, and then after that, we're going on a 3-week tour all across the country, and it's a mixed bag. It's a blessing and a curse because although I'm glad to get out working, and I know I need to do that, I've just been so happy. Because of this pandemic, it enabled me to be home. And so I've been home for a year, and that's never happened in my life.
Right.
So I've actually enjoyed it, and it's going to be a bittersweet thing going back on the road.
Oh yeah.
So my daughter's going to be a senior in high school. She just got we just got her first car, and
Lord,
a lot of things that a lot of seasons of life are coming.
Right.
And I've gotten to be around a lot of things that I normally miss, which, like I said, it's going to make it bittersweet going out on the road,
Yeah.
But I love seeing my fans, but it's not my family, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I guarantee it. And you got a daughter driving now? She got a new car?
Go ahead.
She got a nice car, and she's got a boyfriend that comes over here. Probably he's either over here or she's over there where they live, and it's she's had boyfriends in the past, but this one seems like probably the first what you would call a really serious boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd run him off anyway. Golly, just do the best you can with that.
Sit there
Well,
cleaning
so
your
far,
shotgun.
Yeah.
There ain't there isn't any boy that I think any parent wouldn't be suspicious of because, it's nature it's nature doing its thing. The big thing is, kids are here to procreate and replace us.
Right.
And that's
Plus, you remember what you were thinking at that age, right?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, yeah.
He's still
I
thinking
I don't hold it against a young boy for being, horny. That's just the nature of human beings. I just don't want any premature pregnancies or anything like that. We all don't wish that.
Plus, be respectful.
Yeah.
Have respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I want my kid to have a good shot at life.
Oh, absolutely with that. Now, did you teach her how to drive, or who taught your daughter how to drive?
It was I'm not a really good driving teacher. I know how to drive safe, but knowing how to do something and being able to teach it are two different things. And I think her mama did a better job than me explaining it to her. I contributed, but I think her mother was better at communicating.
Like, this is what you don't do. Don't drive like your dad.
Hey, I taught my daughter, I ain't kidding you, I taught her how to do donuts, bootleggers, Rockfords. I don't know if you know what all that is, where you spin around the road and all that. I taught her everything like that.
Well, those are the fundamental basics of safe driving.
That's what I'm thinking, but if something did happen, and the bad thing about it, my boys are actually in Middle College of Georgia being pilots, and we bought a plane, and they're going to teach me how to fly. And so my boys are like, you remember when you taught me how to drive? They're going to return the favor, so I guess they're going to be hollering at me. So
yeah, you don't think about it. There's so much you have to teach them. Just little things like how to pump gas,
Right.
you make sure they tell them. You tell your kid, don't put the diesel one in your regular gas car.
Yeah.
Yep. You take that. We take it for granted because we know how to do it, but you got to tell them all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Because you put some diesel in there, you got problems.
Yeah, I guarantee it. Well, now this album that's fixing to drop, it's going to drop in what?
August the 6th.
Where do we get this?
Well, it'll be. It's a whole different world now. Like I said, now that CDs are going the way of the dinosaur, people. It'll be on all things like Spotify, any kind of music outlet. It'll be on there, and there'll be physical CDs for those people that still want those. But like I said, there's just not that big of a group that even want CDs anymore. You go into Walmart, there's no CDs in there.
No,
there's nothing in there. So it'll be on Spotify and all these other music streaming. It'll be on anything that streams music. Because even though I'm an independent, I own my own record company, but we do hire Sony to help us with any and all distribution for it. They get a small percentage of it for doing that. But yeah, if you look on any media of music, or service that serves music, it'll be there.
Right.
Yeah. I'm excited about it.
I am too. I'm ready, man. I've listened to all the other stuff. I know all your songs. But now, do you listen to your own music? I mean, I don't listen to my own music. Do you listen to your own stuff?
Well, when I cut a record, I'll listen to it. Just every now and then. But do I listen to it every? No, I don't listen to it. I mean, when it's done, I like to listen to it and see how it came out. And I'm happy. I'm happy with the way it came out for sure.
Right.
And I'm proud of the songs. I haven't released an album of original music in 6 years.
Wow.
And a lot of that, I'm just going to come out and say, is because of, it was a lot of things, but for a long time, my drinking started accelerating.
Right.
Yeah, and I've met a lot of people that had the same issue. And I'm just going to make an announcement. I quit drinking, and I quit drinking. And I know you, Stephen, you sent me some moonshine, which I appreciate. But actually, I didn't drink it.
Oh.
I gave it to some friends of mine who like moonshine, and I do appreciate you sending me that.
Hey, that's all right, man. That devil's in the bottom of that moonshine. I
man,
found that out.
it snuck up on me, man. It's like, and especially, 6 years that I didn't write or release any music is because I had gotten in this vicious cycle of drinking at night, waking up with a hangover, recovering all day, and then trying to do the same thing again. Because when you're out on the road, you think about it. The people that come to the show, this is an event for them. They might do this once or twice a year. So when they come out, they're going to get their drink on, and so they see me up on stage, and they want me to drink with them.
Right.
So they're always putting drinks on the stage, and for a long time, I thought I had to drink those drinks, and it was taking a toll on me physically, and it was taking a toll on my ability to write songs.
Yep, absolutely.
But that being said, the songs I came up with in 6 years, I believe are some of the best I've ever written. And the reason for it is there's a lot of theme on this record about drinking and and my struggle with it.
Got.
And there's a song on there called Apple Pie Moonshine, which it just talks about how I just keep going back doing the same stuff over and over, expecting a new result.
I'll tell you, I'm glad to hear that. I really am. I think that'll make a difference in your.
It did. I wish that I took a picture of my face, like from drinking. My face looked really bloated.
Oh yeah.
And then, literally 1 week after I quit drinking, my I'm 56 and I look 56, but I'm just saying my bloated face went away.
Oh yeah.
My skin color, and the texture of my skin got better. I feel great in the morning. I'm writing now. I think I was in a fog for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And that tends to happen to people.
Yeah.
We're glad you're out of that.
Yep.
Yeah, it happened. I have got 3 close friends that live in my neighborhood that during the pandemic, all 3 of them had to go to rehab for alcohol.
Yeah.
Because, they were sitting at home with nothing
else to do.
Nothing to do.
Well, now you're back out there on the road, and we hate to do this, but we're fixing to run into a hard break. Tell people where they can catch up with you, Paul, if they need to.
Yeah, you can just go to paulthorn.com. Any kind of media that has music, they're going to have my record coming out August the 7th. And just I wish everybody well. You just touching on drinking. There's nothing wrong with drinking if you can do it in moderation. But moderation is a tricky word.
Yep.
And I hope everybody can be successful and not let something like that keep them from living their dream.
There you go.
That's right.
Paul, we love you, man. Keep on making that music, and we'll get you back on here in a day or two. And like I said,
hey, them hot dogs was good too, by the way.
Hey, I love hot dogs, man. No doubt. That is the best in the world. So anyway.
Yeah, it was.
All right, man. You take care.
We'll catch up with
See
you.
you later. Bye.
Thank you for spending a little time with us. And remember, you can tune in every morning at WJULradio.com at 8 a.m. Eastern. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook, The Morning Dish.